The ever-increasing concentration of wealth has become a pressing concern in contemporary society, posing significant challenges to economic stability, social cohesion, and democratic principles. This trend, often referred to as income inequality, is characterized by the disproportionate accumulation of wealth in the hands of a few, leaving the majority with limited access to resources and opportunities. This essay aims to explore the problems associated with the growing wealth divide and delve into how the affluent use their financial power to secure further gains, sometimes at the expense of the broader population. Wealth concentration has reached unprecedented levels in recent decades, with a small percentage of the global population amassing a substantial share of the world's resources. This phenomenon is not merely a consequence of individual effort or innovation but is influenced by systemic factors, including tax policies, economic structures, and regulatory frameworks. As wealth becomes more concentrated, concerns about the erosion of social mobility, economic justice, and the health of democratic institutions come to the forefront. In this context, it is crucial to examine how the wealthy leverage their financial resources to perpetuate and augment their advantages, potentially exacerbating the problems associated with wealth concentration. Understanding the mechanisms through which the rich use their money for further gains is essential for developing effective strategies to address these issues and foster a more equitable and inclusive society. One significant problem arising from the concentration of wealth is its profound impact on political processes. Wealthy individuals and corporations often wield considerable influence over political decisions through campaign contributions, lobbying, and other means of political finance. This influence can lead to policies that favor the interests of the affluent, such as tax breaks and deregulation, further exacerbating wealth disparities. The ability of the wealthy to shape political agendas and decision-making processes creates a feedback loop where policies designed to benefit the affluent perpetuate and amplify existing inequalities. This influence can result in a lack of effective regulation and oversight, enabling financial practices that prioritize short-term gains for the wealthy at the expense of long-term societal well-being. As a consequence, the interests of the majority may be neglected, and policies that could address wealth inequality are often hindered. Moreover, the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few can distort the democratic process itself. With the ability to fund political campaigns and media campaigns, the wealthy can shape public discourse and manipulate public opinion to align with their interests. This undermines the democratic principle of equal representation, as the voices of those with significant financial resources are disproportionately amplified. Consequently, the political system may become skewed, with policies favoring the affluent minority rather than serving the broader population. In summary, the influence of wealth on political processes is a critical facet of the problems associated with wealth concentration. Addressing this issue requires a re-evaluation of campaign finance regulations, increased transparency, and efforts to mitigate the undue influence of money on political decision-making. Failure to address these concerns risks further entrenching the power of the wealthy elite and perpetuating a cycle of inequality. The concentration of wealth has profound economic implications, impacting not only the distribution of resources but also the overall health and dynamism of the economy. When a significant portion of wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few, the circulation of money within the broader economy can stagnate. Wealthy individuals tend to save a larger portion of their income rather than spending it, which can lead to decreased consumer demand, hindering economic growth. Additionally, the lack of opportunity for those not born into wealth can create a cycle of poverty that is difficult to break. Limited access to education, healthcare, and other essential services can hinder social mobility, trapping individuals in a cycle of disadvantage. This not only harms individuals and families but also deprives society of the potential contributions of a diverse and talented workforce. Moreover, the concentration of wealth can lead to the monopolization of key industries by powerful corporations and individuals. This lack of competition stifles innovation and limits opportunities for smaller businesses to thrive. The dominance of a few players in the market can result in anti-competitive practices, further entrenching the power and wealth of those at the top. To address these economic implications, it is essential to implement policies that promote a more equitable distribution of resources. This may involve progressive taxation, investments in education and social programs, and measures to encourage fair competition in the marketplace. By fostering an environment that provides equal opportunities for all, societies can break the cycle of economic disparity and ensure a more robust and sustainable economy. The widening wealth gap contributes to the erosion of social cohesion and trust within societies. As income inequality deepens, communities may become divided along economic lines, creating social stratification. This division can lead to a sense of resentment and alienation among different socio-economic groups, fostering an us versus them mentality. Social cohesion is crucial for the stability and well-being of any society. When individuals perceive that the economic system is inherently unfair, and opportunities for upward mobility are limited, it can lead to social unrest and dissatisfaction. This not only poses risks to the social fabric but also undermines the foundations of democratic governance. Moreover, the erosion of trust in institutions and fellow citizens can have detrimental effects on social capital. When people believe that the system is rigged in favor of the wealthy, they may disengage from civic activities, such as voting or participating in community initiatives. This disengagement weakens the democratic process, as the voices of the disenfranchised are not adequately represented, leading to a vicious cycle of decreased trust in institutions. Addressing the erosion of social cohesion and trust requires comprehensive measures that go beyond economic policies. Initiatives promoting transparency, accountability, and equal opportunities can help rebuild trust in institutions. Additionally, fostering inclusive social policies and addressing systemic barriers to social mobility can contribute to a more cohesive and harmonious society. Recognizing the interconnectedness of economic and social factors is essential for developing holistic solutions to the problems arising from wealth concentration. In the final part of this essay, we will explore the philanthropic activities of the wealthy and how they can both mitigate and exacerbate the issues associated with the concentration of wealth. While some wealthy individuals engage in philanthropy as a means of addressing social issues and contributing to the betterment of society, the role of philanthropy in the context of wealth concentration is complex and can be ambiguous. On one hand, philanthropy has the potential to address pressing societal challenges. Wealthy individuals can use their resources to fund initiatives in education, healthcare, environmental conservation, and poverty alleviation. These philanthropic efforts can have a positive impact on communities and contribute to the well-being of society. However, the philanthropic activities of the wealthy also raise concerns. Firstly, philanthropy can be selective and driven by the personal preferences of the donor. This can result in an unequal distribution of resources, with certain causes receiving more attention and funding than others. The ability of the wealthy to shape social agendas through their philanthropic endeavors can divert attention from systemic issues that require broader, structural solutions. Secondly, philanthropy can sometimes be used as a tool to influence public policy. By funding initiatives and projects, wealthy individuals can indirectly shape the direction of social and economic policies, potentially furthering their own interests. This raises questions about the democratic legitimacy of decisions that are influenced by private actors rather than being determined through transparent and inclusive public processes. To address these concerns, there is a need for increased transparency in philanthropy, along with efforts to ensure that the distribution of resources aligns with broader societal needs. While philanthropy can play a positive role in mitigating the impact of wealth concentration, it should not serve as a substitute for systemic changes that address the root causes of inequality. In conclusion, the problems associated with the ever-increasing concentration of wealth are multifaceted, encompassing economic, social, and political dimensions. Addressing these challenges requires a comprehensive approach that includes policy reforms, social initiatives, and a re-evaluation of the role of philanthropy in shaping societal outcomes. Only through concerted efforts can societies hope to create a more equitable and sustainable future for all. So how do we counter these dark stains on society, culture, government, and our very democracy? The pervasive concentration of wealth and the consequential influence demand a concerted effort to rebalance power dynamics and foster a more equitable and inclusive environment. This essay explores a compendium of strategies to challenge the dominance of wealth, ensuring that the benefits of societal progress are shared more broadly. To address the roots of wealth concentration, governments must implement comprehensive economic reforms. Progressive taxation systems can play a crucial role in redistributing wealth more equitably. This includes taxing high incomes at a more significant rate, closing loopholes that benefit the wealthy, and imposing fair corporate taxes. Additionally, policies that promote workers' rights and increase the minimum wage contribute to a more just economic landscape. To curb the undue influence of the rich on political processes, stringent campaign finance regulations are essential. Implementing limits on campaign contributions, increasing transparency in political spending, and exploring public financing options can help level the playing field. By reducing the financial advantage of the wealthy in elections, we can foster a political system that prioritizes the interests of the broader population. Education is a powerful tool for breaking the cycle of wealth concentration. Investing in inclusive and quality education ensures that all individuals have equal access to opportunities. This includes addressing disparities in primary and higher education, providing vocational training, and dismantling barriers that hinder social mobility. A well-educated populace is better equipped to challenge systemic inequalities. Combating the control of the rich over corporations involves promoting transparency and accountability. Governments should enforce regulations that require companies to disclose executive compensation, tax practices, and their impact on society and the environment. Stakeholder-oriented corporate governance models can shift the focus from short-term profits to long-term sustainability, benefiting both shareholders and the broader community. The power of collective action should not be underestimated. Grassroots movements and community organizing play a pivotal role in challenging the status quo. By fostering a sense of solidarity and advocating for systemic change, these movements can exert pressure on institutions to prioritize the needs of the many over the interests of the few. Grassroots activism helps ensure that diverse voices are heard and considered in the decision-making process. While philanthropy can be a force for good, there is a need to reconsider its role in addressing systemic issues. Philanthropic efforts should complement, not replace, robust government policies. Donors must prioritize initiatives that tackle the root causes of inequality, ensuring that their contributions align with broader societal needs. Transparency and accountability within philanthropic organizations are crucial for maintaining public trust. Fighting back against the concentration of wealth and the pervasive control of the rich on government, society, and culture requires a multifaceted and sustained effort. By implementing economic reforms, strengthening political processes, investing in education, promoting corporate transparency, supporting grassroots movements, and re-evaluating the role of philanthropy, societies can work towards a more just and equitable future. The collective pursuit of these strategies is crucial for creating a balanced and inclusive society that benefits everyone. Thank you for watching. My channel, known as the Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including the history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice, and other topics of liberal arts and sciences, including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which is a great comparison and contrast of the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. The Renaissance ushered in a golden age and the pursuit of knowledge both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason. Embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity opens up the world to each of us individually and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing and thinking. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. If you're looking to explore and experience what life has to offer, I'm sure you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. Please peruse, and let me know in the comments what you get out of them and what other videos you'd like to see. But first, please take the quiz next to see if you're a Renaissance spirit. Live the Renaissance spirit.